Good morning, friends. How to prepare for GRC audit? Today we will discuss interviews questions related to this. And before this, we had discussed all about the GRC's basics questions in the last 4 to 5 sessions. So I hope, guys, these sessions really helping you. So let's begin the session without further delay. Coming to the next slide. How will you prepare for external audit in the context of GRC? So, just preparing of audit in the GRC context actually involves the approach systematically to ensure the compliance, accuracy, transparency with the required standards. Let's discuss step by step what are the steps or how can you prepare for GRC audit. So number one is audit requirement. First, try to understand what is a requirement, like what is the scope, what is a standard objectives and regulations they would require. So accordingly, you can prepare the same. Coming to the next slide. Next is a documentation part. Ensure that all the GRC documents, which includes policies, risk assessment procedures, documentation, etc., are latest and available online internally for auditor. It should reflect the update or changes history as well. Next is the risk assessment approach documented and internal controls like whatever we have mentioned in the document, it should reflect in the practical as well. Next is the testing and validation. Check and validate the functionality of controls. Mock and mock and pre-audit. Conduct in internal audit and work on gap findings before perform external audit. Last is post in audit review. Work on improvement areas whatever provided by the external auditor. Next question is what is KRI and KPI in the GRC context? Guys, these are very related terms, but actually both terms are different. KRI is a key risk indicator. That means whatever are the risk related to organization, resources, technology, that means people, process, and technology, we can indicate using the key risk indicator. So KRI is a specific matrix used to measure the likelihood or impact of potential risk, right, that could affect the organization. And these are actually forward-looking indicators that provide early warning of emerging risk, which allowing organization to take the proactive measures. So KRI, we can say that gives the hint proactively so that we have a chance of mitigation of the emerging risk. So KRI could vary with respect to below line items. Number one is market volatility. Next is the frequency of cyber security incident. Example, recently we have a CrowdStrike security incident may affect the KRI. Next is organizational internal policies, which includes mandatory training courses completions, customer escalation and compliance. So guys, these are the certain line items from which our KRI would affect, because if market is very volatile, then our KRI measurement of KRI would be impacted, right? Just like frequency of cybersecurity incidents impact our KRI, right? Internal policy in internal mandatory courses security, if employee are not completing on time, then our KRI would be affected. Next is customer escalation complaints, same for customer escalations, right? So finally, what we have find, guys, the goal of KRI is to provide early signal of emerging risk to enable the organizations to mitigate the emerging risk is the main goal and objective of KRI. Let's move to the KPI. So KPI is the key performance indicator. KPI is measurable value that can scale an organizational performance in achieving an strategic goal and objective, right? And actually KPI is backward looking, means we have to check and we have to evaluate the performance according to the history basis. We are not looking to the forward ones, but yes, by taking care of the past history we can try to improve the future ones. So KPI is a backward looking and focus on assessing the various business processes, and KPI indicates that how well they are performing in business areas. Just next is guys example of KPIs. The performance of revenue means measure the percentage increasing of revenue over a specific period. We can measure the customer satisfaction index from KPI, right? Measure by surveys, feedback, or any other mode. Next is SLA performance. SLA is a service level agreement. So just meet and breach, like in which services we are meeting the SLA from customers, and breach the customers affect the KPIs performance. Next is a departmental performance, example sales and etc., which we can measure by KPI methodology. Next is resources alignment, means measure the performance and deployment ratio. We can check the performance from KPIs. So guys, next video we will publish in next 3-4 days. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.